Spyro.
Spyro.
Anyway, hi everybody. Spyro the Dragon. It's a good game. We're doing it now.
Okay, rolling.
It's a good game, we're doing it now. Great intro, Brendan.
Here in the
Yeah.
five worlds, or is it six?
Anyway, in case you somehow don't know, I'm a massive Spyro the Dragon fan. It's what started my review channel, and I like it.
Now, I understand he's done a magic
It's because I've only 100%ed this game twice, and I think it's a pretty solid 3D platformer.
Yeah, this is specifically a Reignited Trilogy version, in case you couldn't tell by the not PS1 graphics.
I mean, I'd hope you'd be able to tell.
I don't know, maybe some viewers are just unaware how like outdated PS1 games were. Anyway, I don't think you said anything, Jacob, besides yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't played the first one at all, but I've gotten mostly through the second one.
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Only mostly.
Only mostly though.
You know, he has it on Steam, but he still hasn't played all that much of it. And I'm upset.
You got other things going on, man. I'll get around
I
to
don't
it.
care. I don't care. Like, come on, do it now.
Just drop everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is really well done, by the way. Just the character animations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Reignited Trilogy is like really pretty.
Then find the balloonist.
I'm sure everyone watching has eyeballs and you can see it,
What
but
about nasty Nork?
this game looks like a Pixar movie, and I know that phrase is used a lot, but this is probably the prettiest looking cartoony game I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, with the power of Unreal Engine 4.
I mean, we're watching 4DP versions, but it still looks really nice.
Oh yeah, we upload 480p versions for everyone else because our internet is awful except for Jacob's. But I'm watching in beautiful 720, so
We'll have to
I'm
wait.
better.
Okay, so is this like the hub world then?
Yeah, this is Artisans.
Okay.
I miss a single red gem there because the grass hides the gems in Reignited, and that bugs me. But there's a gem finder, so it's not a huge deal.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon.
So another thing they did for this that made me really happy, they got Tom Kenny to reprise his role as Spyro, and I did not expect that. He did not voice him in the original Spyro one, that would be Carlos Alazraqui, but he voiced him in 2 and 3, and he's easily the best Spyro. And I love his performance in this game so much.
Yeah, especially for Spyro 1, I think it's spot on.
There is one line I don't like, and I'll get into that later. And I didn't even bring up my video because I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I have a review of this game. Don't watch it though. I don't like it.
Nasty Nork.
I'll torture you.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like most of my reviews, to be honest.
Do you know what the dragon
I like my
That's
most
pretty
recent ones enough.
doing?
Well, no, I mean that was over a year ago. I've gotten a lot better. Of course, I'm gonna think less of stuff back
Keep an
then.
eye on him
Yeah.
and see what I mean.
By the way, yeah, this game is over a year old now. It feels like just yesterday the Spyro drone was flying across America to deliver that copy to Snoop Dogg.
He's still gonna bring that up every time.
Yeah. It was
Yes!
pretty great.
They got a fire-breathing Spyro drone to fly a copy of the game to Snoop Dogg. Why would I not bring that up?
I see your point.
It's like the best marketing stunt any game has ever done.
Oh, besides, I'm back.
No, fire-breathing Spyro drone's better. I love how they brought back the Crash costume, but fire-breathing Spyro drone, Snoop Dogg.
I knew they
Come
had to
on.
bring back the Crash mascot. There was no way they could have without it.
Oh yeah.
That was also a thing that even like the Crash the Titans commercials did. So that's just like a trend that never left.
Afraid of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks?
I love this
I
dragon.
see the writing's pretty good too.
Glaciers?
Oh,
That's great.
Yeah, like, yeah. One thing I
So-
want to say like about the Spyro series as a whole though is like the hub worlds are a level in itself, so you're like never stopping the gameplay. Like the gameplay loop is always in play, I guess is what you would say.
Well, the hub worlds in 2 and 3 are not exactly normal levels because there's not really any danger in them, but I kind of prefer that, to be honest. just because I always felt like hub worlds are like supposed to be a safe haven. I still love the hub worlds in this game though. Don't get me wrong.
I just like
It's
the way
just
the
like-
first game did it a lot. I think it works really well.
So this is where I find out, oh, I'm missing a single red gem. But it's not a huge deal because if you click in the left analog stick, sparks will point to the nearest gem, and that is so useful. That was in the original version of Spyro 2, and it was also in 3 when you had to unlock it, but that was not in Spyro 1. So the fact that it's in it now makes me very happy.
Okay. So what happens when you like 100% the level then? Is it just a checklist thing, or like do you get anything?
You unlock extra level at the very end of the game.
Okay.
So, the load times in this game, at least on console, are kinda long, so I do show off the first one just to show off how long they can be. But I cut out every other one after that.
Yeah, I can see why.
If you're playing this on PC, load times do
I was
nothing.
gonna say
Even
we're
on my
loaded by now on my computer.
Yeah.
even on my crappy computer, it loads way faster. I don't know what's up with that.
That's a really cool transition though. That's so seamless.
Yeah, they kept that from the original game, which makes me happy.
So I
Yeah, this is-
wasn't paying attention at the beginning, but what's the story for the first game?
Nasty Nork was watching TV, and Dragons were giving an interview, and they decided for whatever reason to make fun of him, call him ugly and not a threat, so he decided to turn all of them into statues.
When you free a dragon or
okay.
step on one of their platforms,
And
you're
he also
saving your
turned their
progress.
treasure
That
into
could be
minions, so
useful
all
if you
the
were in
enemies you
trouble.
see in this game
Not that
were
you ever
originally
run into
gems,
trouble.
which is why they turn back into gems when you kill them. That is
Okay.
a
Makes so
detail
much
I
more
did.
sense now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a detail I didn't bring up in my Spyro 1 video. Kind of wish I did.
Maybe a
But
bit
they
over the
kinda-
top for that, but I mean, hey.
But they kind of dropped that with 3. In 3, you get gems from enemies too, but they don't have any plot reason to why. So I guess they gave up on that.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. Anyway.
Anyway, this is Stonehill, the very first level in the game, and of course I think of Sonic when I hear a name like that.
Through this fancy vortex
Sonic tangent number
It'll
50.
take you back to the
Yep.
artisan home.
You've probably
Well, I'm
mentioned
not
Sonic
gonna-
in every single video we've ever done.
Let me tell you
I'm pretty sure there's a few I haven't.
No thanks. See ya.
I think. I'm not 100% sure.
The fact that we don't know, like, for a fact is enough of a tell.
Alright, so since it's going to be a long time before we get to 3, they actually repurposed this area in a cutscene in the 3rd game, where Hunter falls in a cage with, that Bianca set up.
Okay.
That I noticed that when I recently played it again on Switch, and I was kind of surprised. They repurpose a lot of areas for cutscenes in later games, like the 3rd game starts off in this level actually, in the cutscene.
I feel so sluggish at this game now watching your gameplay. You're just like speeding right through this whole.
Yeah, the charge is a massive reason why I'm such a big Spyro fan. It feels so good to charge everywhere.
Yeah.
His color indicates his power.
I just noticed he has a blue
When he eats
mustache.
butterflies, he stays
does.
strong.
I somehow never noticed that. And he has gauges in his horns. How hard would that be to put in? The horns are probably pretty strong, right?
Yeah, I imagine so.
You know, you mentioned the writing earlier, but I just love how Spyro's response to all these dragons is just like, it's like he's talking to an old grandparent. He doesn't know what to say. It's like,
Yeah.
I love how when he actually does talk to old dragons, he seems to actually hate them. Like, he always tries to leave them as soon as possible. It's kind of funny.
yeah. You know, he's like, gotta go, bye. He's like,
Yeah. So the dragons were a lot more generic looking in the original game. Like, they were all just palette swaps of each other, but each dragon actually has its own unique design, and that is insane.
How many dragons would you say there are total?
The game says there's 80, but near the end you start rescuing the same dragons, so I think in reality there's like 75 or something like that.
It's because
That's
that was
cool.
true in the original game too, as you start saving the same dragon.
Yeah, I think the idea was that they decided to go after Nasty themselves, but then failed immediately.
And try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
Yeah, I like
See,
his
I like
character
how when
design
games
too.
add details like that though, because it's like, there's actually stuff going on in the background besides just the main character's story.
Yeah. Okay, so I like this level, but I'm not a huge fan of this area because it's a lot of nothing.
Yeah, it seems very open.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not as open as it looks. Like, there is an invisible wall at a certain point, but I do kind of wish it wasn't this open. I mean, I kind of like how, like, when you first see this area, you assume it's, you know, out of bounds, but then you actually go to it, and that's cool. But, like, design-wise, it's not that interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the egg for?
There are, I believe, 12 eggs in the entire game, and you need a certain amount in order to progress through each world. Every collectible has that exact same purpose.
Okay.
Like, you need a certain amount of gems or dragons to go to the next world, which would be Peacekeepers. So around here, I was looking for a flower because they added skill points in Spyro 1, which were a thing in 2 and 3. And one of the skill points is to flame that flower, so I was looking for it, and I do spend a lot of time looking for it. I don't go for all the skill points, I just want to go for the ones I remember.
I was about to ask you, are you going for an all skill point run, or?
Yeah, no. I don't remember the skill points in Spyro 1, because they're new. I've only gotten all of them once so far, and that was on PS4. I still need to do it on PC and Switch again. Oh yeah, I bought this game 3 times.
Kind of.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me with how many times you bought some of the games.
I probably would have bought it a 4th time if I had an Xbox One. But
Like,
no.
he literally owns, like, was it like 3 or 4 copies of Mania now?
I have it on Switch, PS4, and PC, so 3.
Yeah. Same with the Hat in Time too.
Yeah, I bought that 4 times.
You actually bought my original copy.
Yeah, only because I wanted the collector's edition.
I
And
know.
I'm like, oh, I don't need this download code.
It was funny. You could have told me like, oh, you know, yeah, I really want you to try this game, and like, you know, I think it's a really good game. You should try it. But, like, no, you're like, no, like I don't need it. I bought the collector's edition. Take it.
Take it.
Like,
Well, you want me to lie?
What?
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I thought you said you want to know why.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, you wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because you're a good person.
No, I'm not.
Wow.
Silence.
I love the silence just afterwards. No, I'm not.
Oh, there's a flower. There is a. Brendan, go there.
That's pretty good.
Just go
And
for
the
it.
gems happen to be like right by the flower.
Huzzah. Exit.
So one thing you should keep in mind is, like, I usually exit these levels just by hitting exit in the pause menu, but the first hub world specifically, you have to complete at least one level by exiting the exit porter, that's a word. Going through the exit portal. So I do that on this level, Dark Hollow, because it's so tiny. Also, Dark Hollow is a great level. I love it. It's so pretty. And the music's great, and it's good. Look at it! So pretty!
Yes, very nice. And not only that, one of my first favorite songs again. It's really good.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite song from the first game. Probably my top 5 Spyro songs as a whole. Though I prefer the original version because I thought the melody's more distinct.
By the way, I love how these games have these big enemies that you can literally take on one hit.
Yeah. Like, Nasty Nork, like, he's built up to be this really strong guy, you kill him in like 2 hits.
Want to know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in
I
and
love
look
this.
around.
Oh, your secret's safe.
Like, he gives you a tutorial, like, it frames it as a secret, I love it. Also, they made this a library in Reignited. In the original game, it was just a room.
Overall, how do you feel about the changes they made? Do you think it's faithful to the original?
For Spyro 1 specifically, yes, I love it. I feel like the Reignited version of Spyro 1 is almost perfect. There's like one level I didn't like how they handled Misty Bog because it's not foggy like it's supposed to be, but it's not. But like that's literally the one level in Spyro 1 that I wasn't a fan of the changes they made.
Right.
2 and 3, I'm a little more mixed overall, but I still love Reignited Trilogy.
Yeah.
In my original review, I gave it a good review, but I had a lot of complaints, and it was mostly the lack of polish in the third game, because the third game was really buggy when it first came out, but it's since been patched to where it's an acceptable level.
Okay. Yeah, because I know, was it for Switch, or was it for all consoles, where you had to download part of the trilogy?
It was all consoles, but if you buy a newer version on PS4 or Xbox One, the whole thing is on the disc now.
Okay.
So, yay, preservation. I was one of the people that was not happy about that situation. Being in the Spyro community back then was really annoying, because if you complained about the game at all, you would have legions of fans tell you you're dumb, and that was one of the things that you would get told you're dumb for.
Yeah.
And I hated that. I think the reason is because Spyro's finally back and we want it to do well. But like complaining about it is gonna deter some people to actually get it, but
Right.
I feel like that's a dumb reason.
Especially when it's something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
that could hinder people from playing the game altogether.
Yeah, I had to download it overnight, because my internet's awful. It's like a 10 gig update, but that's like a lot for a lot of people out there.
Right. And I'm really liking every single unique design they got going.
Yeah, they're so good, and they even fit the levels they're in. Like, this is Artisan, so
Like how
all the dragons here.
reference to Shakespeare.
Yeah, like this is Artisan, so every dragon is, works on some kind of art. Like you pointed out, that one is a Shakespeare one. It writes plays, and there's other ones that makes paintings. There's one that makes sculptures. And they continue this on, like Peacekeepers, all the dragons have a war theme going on.
That's cool.
Ironic that the world called Peacekeepers has a war. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Into town square we go.
But man, I love this game. I love it. Everyone watching this, get it. It's on every available platform. The Switch version is a little crusty in areas, but it's still very playable. And if you want Spyro on the go, it's very much worth getting.
Just a download, right? Because that's one platform they haven't had it where all of it's on the cartridge.
Well, now you know what console I'm playing on.
Yep.
Now you know what console I'm playing on, the exact version I'm playing on, too.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring
Do you think he-
that area with the bulls. Use
Having
the
a neck
lights
like
to
that
get a
cannot be
good
comfortable.
look.
So you get a skill point in this level for ramming into all the rams. If you flame them, they die immediately, but if you ram into them, then they get their horns stuck in the ground. If you do that to every one in this stage, then you get a skill point, so that's what I do.
How do you even know that, like, in first playthrough?
When you beat the game, it'll show you the list of skill points.
Oh, okay.
Thanks,
Oh, he's got a little cake.
I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing.
So it's awfully convenient that he's making a cake for Spyro. Like, he had to have made that before this went down, right? Before Spyro became a significant dragon.
Right.
And that other guy was making a sculpture of Spyro. That's kind of creepy. Like, he's a kid. Why are all these dragons, like, basically worshipping him? This is his first game. So this is before he became a hero.
This is a whole
I don't know how
Spyro lore, I guess. We're delving
I don't know how that
into.
happened. I don't know how that happened, by the way. I rammed into the ram and I got hit.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen. So my first hit is a stupid one. Not my fault. Screw you, game.
I keep thinking his game's slowing down, but then I realize I played it on PC, so I'm used to everything running at 60.
He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg.
Then we upload everything at 30 anyway.
Yeah.
So even if this wasn't 60.
Run! I'm
Poor
getting a
guy.
little wicked.
Oh.
He gets very passionate about the thieves. I love how they're struggling
I
to
know.
get out.
Nothing to see here.
So the reason I keep on killing fodder, even when I'm at full health, is not because I like murdering. That's a part of it, but it's not the reason. It's because in Spyro 2 and 3, if Sparks eats enough butterflies, one of them will turn blue, and it'll be a 1-up. That was not in Spyro 1, but they introduced that mechanic into this game. So that was cool. Anyway, I like seeing the number go up as always, so even though I definitely don't need them, I do it anyway.
Right.
The innocent creature's blood is in my hands, and I'm okay with that.
Wow.
I mean, there's nothing like flaming a few sheep. I can't deny him that.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Okay, so in the original game, this dragon was the best one. He was in all fours, had an awesome name, but sounds like, "Thank you for releasing me."
Thank you for releasing
They also
me,
gave him more
Spyro.
dialogue.
You can always check your progress
Anyway, he's not as funny to me
by
anymore.
accessing the guidebook through
So
the
this game
pause
sucks.
menu.
0 out of 10 does not have Wimpy Thor voice.
I do miss some of the deliveries, like, in Alpine Ridge, there was a dragon that goes, "Ugh, thank you for releasing me." Like, there's like an audible groan.
That's awesome.
And that's not in Reignited at all, and that makes me sad. I really wish they kept that.
So how many levels are in each world?
There's 3 main levels, a speedway, and then that world's boss. And I'm doing the speedway right now.
I was gonna say, you're doing it in the same order I would do, which is do the in levels first, speedway, then boss.
Yeah, that's how I've always done it.
I honestly think I played it that way because I watched you play this game I don't know how many times.
Yeah, that's the thing Dylan and I used to do. Like, we would just 100% games in front of each other. Usually me, but sometimes him.
Sometimes. I did it with
Yeah,
DB&J.
this is what-
It was so freaking close.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the stones there. If you jump on all of them, it opens up the speedway. In the original game, there wasn't any kind of indication. There's a dragon, like, I think halfway through the game that tells you about it. But aside from that, there's no indication on it. But in this remake, the stones glow up, so that's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would have never found that out.
Yeah, again, there's a dragon that tells you that. Speedrunning tactics, if you bump into a wall, you can actually just turn around immediately.
See, no, I wouldn't even have risked that. I would have just tried to sharply turn as I can.
You can also press L1 and Spyro will, like, do this turn in midair, but that's slower.
I just know the later speedways. I remember one of them, I literally got it at 0 seconds.
The second to last.
just finished.
The second to last one's pretty brutal. Anyway, the speedways. I've seen some people say they don't like them, and those people have bad opinions. I love these.
I think the speedways are fun, but they're very difficult.
Yeah, I specifically like the ones in the first game the most because you have to make your own path basically for some of these, while the later ones it's really obvious what path they want you to go on, especially 3. But like, I love the speedways in Spyro 1. Oh, sorry, they're called flights in this game, but there's speedways in every other game in the series, so whatever.
Right.
I mean, you're kind of pretty close, even with you like playing this game a lot.
Oh no,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
still did a
there's-
lot better than I did. Let's go a whole 8 seconds.
Yeah,
I mean, 8 seconds though.
That's partially because I don't take the most. I don't take the best path. I take the easiest one. The best one is pretty brutal. I've seen it because Toys for Bob had a competition when this game first came out. Whoever got the fastest sunny flight time would get, I think, a Spyro scooter, which is such a weird reward, and a Spyro Switch. So I saw some of the speedruns, and oh my god, people are insane. Like, one thing everyone would do is fly like an inch away from the water, and that just made me nervous.
Wow.
Can I just
Anyway, here's...
say, I was about to say, this is like one of the best fake-out bosses ever, in my opinion.
So, welcome to... So I normally don't get hit by these dogs very much, but I do a lot in this playthrough. It's because I'm rushing it. What you should be doing is flame them once, do a short hop, and then flame at the height. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
That's the best way to take them down, but for some reason I was rushing it, so now I'm almost dead. But I don't die, so there's that. I missed out on the skill point, but I don't die. There's something that's kind of confusing about this area. There's some paintings on the wall, and one of them is Autumn Plains from Spyro 2, and like, aren't they not supposed to know of Avalar yet? Toys for Bob, respect the Spyro lore.
Spyro lore is very important, apparently.
It is. I live for it.
I feel bad for these dogs, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, they try to murder you by belly flopping you, which
Yeah,
is...
but I mean, you attack them first.
No?
You flame them
yes,
first.
I mean, yes, in this case, but if you walk too close to them, they'll still attack you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most
I love his voice so
devious
much.
henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
I wish I had a radio voice like
I
that.
think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful,
He has a
Spyro.
very round chin, though.
Toasty has
Yeah, he
many
does.
tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah.
His mustache is also really far apart. It's kind of weird. I love how he runs. Like, he flails his arms. Yeah, like that.
That's great.
No.
One more hit.
Yeah, it's weird. This is probably the hardest fight in the game just because of these dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This game's fights are nothing. Like, he's dead. There. Done.
That's
Because
it?
some of these bosses, you quite literally just chase them to the end. Yeah.
Yeah, the Spyro 1's fights are dumb. The 2 and 3s are fine, but the first games are basically nothing.
Like, the final boss is literally just a chase sequence.
Oh.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
flame him twice and he's dead.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert if anyone actually cares about Nasty Nord.
I mean, it's a game from, like, 1991? No. It's too early. It's like,
Yeah, 1991. That was when Sonic
Sorry.
1 came out.
sorry.
It's 98.
Wow.
98.
I see you've been busy rescuing
Oh,
dragons.
hey, so this game came out
Spyro.
the same year as
You may
DK64.
travel to the Peacekeeper's world
Yeah.
if you like.
A lot of
Are
games
you
came out that
ready to
year.
go?
I know.
Ocarina of Time
Wow,
did
just jumps on
too.
his head, takes his balloon.
Well, he offered the balloon, but yeah, the
Yeah, we like
Terminators
left
had
him
hers.
there.
Anyway, that's all of Artisans.
Well,
I like this game.
yes.
We have more to come.
Next time,
So join us.
come back for
Join us
Peacekeepers.
next same bat time.
Oh,
Same
God,
bat
no,
channel.
nope, stop him, stop him, shut it.
I already finished
already
it. You
said
can't
it. It's
stop
done.
me.
There's nothing we can do. We're not editing this, so he has all the control.
Yep.
Hey, B.
Alright,
If
later.
I wanted to, I
No.
could just make the video just me saying that over and over, and you guys have no say in it.
B.
I mean, I'm not going to do that, but I could do it, and that's the point.
B.
Anyway, bye.
Alright, later.